We'd now like to share with you why you should save yourself before you save the world. Saving yourself before you save the world is a really important schema that some people really find hard to take on board. We live in a society where it's considered really selfish if we put ourselves first. And I guess as a parent myself, I do accept that sometimes it's difficult to put yourself first and it could be deemed as wrong. However, knowing that what we like to do is to help you to see things from a different perspective so as to enhance your life, what we'd like you to consider is that by saving yourself before you save the world, it's actually the least selfish thing that you can do. Because we know that if you're happy, then it's like the pebble in the water and the ripple effect, because your happiness will touch far more people. Now, a great analogy for saving yourself before you save the world is when you go on an aircraft. And when you go on an aircraft and they do the safety talk, they say something like, if the oxygen or the pressure in the cabin drops, oxygen masks will fall from the ceiling, put your own on before you help others. And that's a really great analogy, because if you were to try and help other people before you put your own oxygen mask on, then you may only be able to help the person to your left and your right. Whereas if you put your oxygen mask on, then you can then help people to your left, to your right, in front and behind. So the moral of this schema is that by saving yourself before you save the world, you can actually help and make a difference to far more people. We'd now like to share with you 5 reasons as to why it's important to save yourself before you save the world.
Number 1, you are the centre of your universe, and wherever you go, you take your universe with you. If you don't feel happy and you aren't contented, then you can't expect anyone you meet to feel the same way. So you've got to put yourself first.
There's only one person that's going to be with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and for the rest of your life. You guessed it, it's you. And that's why it's so important to save yourself first. You've got to put yourself first because there's only you that's going to be with you, and it's so important to make yourself happy.
Number 3, behaviours are contagious. So if you make yourself happy because you're contented and fulfilled, you will allow yourself to make other people happy too.
Saving yourself before you save the world means that by saving yourself, you can then save others. So, as I said, it's the least selfish thing you can do, because once you're happy and you feel fulfilled, it gives you a strength, and then you can actually use that strength to help other people to feel better and save others then.
Saving yourself before you save the world will allow you to feel happy with your life, and therefore you can become an inspiration to others, because other people will look at you and think, I want to be happy like that. And people may even ask you, what is it? What is it that makes you feel so happy? And you can tell them, because I'm putting myself first so that I can look after more people.
This schema really means a lot to me, because I grew up in a house that was quite volatile, and there was a lot of challenges that we faced in our home. And my mum, because she didn't put herself first and was thinking of myself and my sister, she actually put us through a lot of unnecessary turmoil. But then, years on, when she actually did put herself first and she left, that then went on to make so many of us happy, because my mum met somebody else, so she made him happy. I saw that my mum was happy, which was great, and that had a knock-on effect with us and our children. And even my dad, who she left, he actually found his soulmate too. So when she did actually put herself first, what that actually did was saved far more people. And it really proved to us that this schema of saving yourself before you save the world really is something that will touch far more people.
When you decide to save yourself before you save the world, what you're actually doing is making a decision saying no more. Too many people in life settle for situations that they're not happy with, but they just want to stay in that situation because they just want to keep the peace. But actually, by staying in a situation, you can actually make things worse, not just for you, but for everyone around you. When you decide to put yourself first, things can change. We got contacted by a lady called Nicola, and she was in a situation where she'd not left her house for 4 years. She was failing at being a wife. She was failing her children because she couldn't even take her children to school, even though from her front door she could see the school. Fortunately, after 4 years of just putting up with this situation, she said, no more, I want to save myself, I want to put myself first. She contacted us and we worked with Nicola. We found out the reason why she became agoraphobic and we helped her through those situations, and now she's got a life back. And everyone around Nicola, her husband, her family, her extended family, who all had to make adjustments to accommodate Nicola's behaviour, have now got their lives back too.